God want to do for you? Moses grew up in the house of Pharaoh. As a son of Pharaoh, he was a prince. Pharaoh had taken him as his son. Moses didn't follow the people around him. No. At a certain point, Moses said, no, I'm really a Jew. I want to go back to my people. I want to go back to my people. Nehemiah was in the king's court. He was in the king's court. He was a close person to the king. When he heard that Jerusalem, the walls were broken down, he said, no, I can't stay here enjoying the benefit of being a highly placed civil servant in the king's house. I want to go back to Jerusalem and rebuild the walls. The king looked at him and said, why is your face downcast? I said, I want to go back and rebuild the walls of Jerusalem. I want to go back and read. Daniel was among a group of boys who the king had chosen. Daniel was a foreigner. He was supposed to be a slave. He was somebody in exile. The king said that choose some boys that we can bring up in a royal way. Add some of the foreign boys. 4 of them were chosen. Daniel said, listen. He went to the supervisor and said, listen. The king said, give them the best food from my table. Meat, vegetable. Daniel said, listen, I cannot defile myself with the king's meat. This meat, it has been offered to idols. I will not eat it. Amongst all the boys, Daniel said, no. He and the 3 boys said, no, we can't eat this. Then the supervisor said, listen, if you don't eat the food and after a month the king comes and you're not looking well, it will be my head. I cannot allow you. Then Daniel said, listen, let's make a deal. If after 1 month we are not looking well, whatever you want to do with us. But you allow us. The Bible said they ate vegetables and water. No wine, no meat, none of the nice food. Vegetables and water. The Bible said at the end of the period, they looked better than the boys who were eating the good food. Yeah. Daniel did not say that every day. You're saying that when in Rome, do what Romans do. I came to tell you today that don't look at the next person. You're preaching. Don't look at the next person. Hear the voice of God. Don't look at the next person. Young people, don't look at the next person. I said don't look at it. You don't know where people have come from. You don't know where people have come. You don't know where I've come from. Don't look at me. You don't know where I've come from. You're in school. You don't know what people have. You don't know what people have to support them. You don't know what people have that is backing them. Where you are coming from, look at it. You see, that's why when I went to school, I didn't look at anybody because I knew where I was coming from. I knew what my father was doing to put me in school. I knew what it took my father to. I knew how much money. When I went to Presec, I knew how much money my father has spent on me already because I went to expensive private schools. I was not about to gallivant about and fool around with boys who didn't value what had been given to them. Never. You couldn't get it. You're going to a big girls. I'm going to a big girls. It's up to you. I would rather sleep and snore and fat. Yeah. You are calculating your standard with the next person. I'm telling you that you are doing something wrong. Pastors, don't follow the next person. Listen, if a pastor wants to have a church of 10, they should have the church of 10. You build a church of 200. Oh yes. And don't have any apologies for anybody. If I was the pastor in this church, I won't come for one service. What is one service? What is that? When GSS boys and girls are coming for one service, I won't come for one service. It is zeal. I said it is zeal. I'm teaching you how to be zealous. Don't compare yourself to them. So you see, you're sitting as the church choir. Many people are not doing anything in the church. Oh, now they say I saw it now. We Christ they dancers no cry now. And Crawford do now. You will stand before God alone. The Bible says that to whom much is given, much is required. Yeah. Be careful that you're not counted as one who was given much, and therefore whom much. So, but the next guy, one day a policeman caught me. He said that I crossed the red light. Then I said to him that, then if it's like that, then the car in front of me is also guilty. The guy looked at me, he said, is that what you are saying? Follow me to the station. That one rather worsened my case. When he goes, he says, wait, Machaneh. I said, "What can I say? Can't didn't name no see you being thinking." I said, "Hey, is that what I say? Come and sit here." Then I realized that a wrong move. You get to heaven and go and tell God that Akosia was also not working for him. Yeah, go and tell God that. Go and tell God that. So when we are talking about, when we say lift our hands, you look at your neighbor. He's not lifting his hands. So you keep your hand down. You'll be surprised that the guy just came from Kolebu. He can't lift the hand. Pain. Yeah. One day you get to God and God will play the video. So, is this guy I'm talking about? This guy, I just healed him temporarily. His hand, he couldn't even lift it. It was even a miracle that he was in church. Even his standing alone, I respect his standing. I didn't expect him to stand in the church service. But your body was whole. Your body was whole. I expected you to be jumping. And I expected you to be shouting. And I expected you to be lifting your hands. And I expected you to be doing something unto my name. Unto my name. You did nothing. You did nothing. Listen, you know, one of the things God has blessed me with is good health. I seldom go to the hospital. Oh yeah. So once in a while, I just want to pass to the hospital, and when I say, "Charlie, make her use the health insurance card small." Yeah. I catch malaria like maybe once every 15 years. Oh yes. So if you ask me what malaria medicine I take, I won't be able to answer. Maybe the last time I took malaria, we were still taking chloroquine. Took malaria medicine, we were still taking chloroquine. I think the last time I took malaria medicine was Halfan. So I don't compare myself to anybody. That's why you see me, I'm doing video, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Because every morning I wake up with my body intact. I don't want to risk getting to God and God will ask me that, Opana, all the health. Then God will say, look at all these people. Every one of them, they didn't have health like you. You were blessed with health. No pains, nothing. You didn't do much with it. I am afraid. So when you see me going and coming, it's not because I'm a full-time pastor. I've always been like that. I'm afraid that one day God will say that I give you much. What have you done with it? You have energy. You have not gone on visitation. You have not gone on outreach. You don't carry crusade stage. You don't come and clean the church. You don't come. Hey, you're not afraid. You're comparing yourself to the next person. You'll be there. One day God will show you his medical report. Number 2. I need to close. I'm closing. I am going to take a cry. How you can be a zealous Christian. Number 2. Be zealous by focusing on the soon coming Christ. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 2. The day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 2. Listen. The other reason why you should be zealous for God is that you don't know when the end will come. Focus on the soon coming Christ. And some of us, we won't be here when Christ comes. Listen, the sad truth is that as we are all here, we cannot guarantee that in even 2 weeks that we will all be alive. One day we came to church. A guy who was in the church healthy. By Monday morning he was dead. In fact, that Sunday night he died. When I heard him, I said, it's not possible. I saw him in church. Say yes. Right after church he went home and he started having diarrhea. They rushed him to the hospital. By the time they got to the hospital, he was dead. He was dead. So you just think about the level of zeal you are operating in. If tomorrow God were to call you, what will be in your hands? That's why every day you must live your life as if tomorrow you'll not be here. Because you may very well know. There are people who died yesterday, they didn't calculate that they would die. What's wrong with you? Don't you know? Some of the people who died last week, they had plans for the next 30 years. Be serious. Just like you also have plans, sweetheart. Just like I also have plans. Oh yes. We beg and cry for the grace of God. But not all of us will get it. Some of us will be cut in the prime of our lives. That's why when you have the chance, you better be zealous for God. Yeah. Exert your energy for God. Yeah. It says, work whilst it is day, for the night cometh when no man can work. The night cometh when no man can work. Look, a day will come, person to person preaching will be difficult. There will be laws, there will be all kinds of things. You can't do person to person evangelism anymore. Yes. You better do it now when you have the chance. Yeah. Christ will come soon. Look, if anybody tells you that 70 years is a long time, they are lying. Me, look, now I'm afraid. I finished the investing in 2001. It's like yesterday. It's so scary. It is so scary. One day, recently, I was sitting with some friends of mine, some mates of mine, and as we were chatting, about 6 of us, suddenly the conversation turned to our children. And here we were, boys who used to shout together in the university, run around together in secondary school. We're talking about our teenage children. Suddenly I became quiet. Hey, what is this? This guy, I still remember the color of his brown shorts. This guy, I still remember some sandals that he wore for 2 years. And he's talking about his 14-year-old son, his 16-year-old son. He's talking about his 15-year-old. I remember this guy when he was an athlete in Achimota. Like yesterday. When he was playing for the Tech Republic Hall basketball team. Now he's talking about his 15-year-old daughter. Hey, has it already been that long? And sometimes I ask myself, what have I done with the years? What have I done with the years? 15 years, what do I have to show for it? It makes me afraid. It makes me want to exert every ounce of energy I can exert. It makes me, when I come on Sunday, I want to have meetings. I'm always the last person to leave here. Always. Always. Counts the people work in my office. I'm always the last person. The people close the gate, they'll tell you. Always. Sundays, last person. I'll leave here at 1:15, 1:25 a.m. Even though I'm not tired. But just everybody's gone. Sometimes my office people, they want to go too. So let's go home. I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I'm not tired. Because I realize that time is short. I've seen 20 years pass like that. So you sit down and allow nobility to make you cool. There will not be many songs to sing for God. Your opportunities to dance for God, they will not be many. I'm telling you. It seems like there will be many. They will not be many. They will not be. Before you blink your eye and open it, 30 years would have gone by. You have gray hair and people will be calling you grandpa. Then you will know that your next place is the box. The box. The box. That's your next place, the box. The box. I told you recently I was chatting with my father and he was talking about when he dies. So when I die, do this. Do this. You, when I die, play the organ the whole night. And I was asking myself, how does a man sit down and smile, sipping drink, and talk about when I die? Then I realized that when you get to his stage, there's one reality for you, that you are about to go the way of all men. Yeah. He told me, he said, listen, death is the way of all men, and it hurts, but it's part of life. There's nothing we'll be able to do about it. Everybody needs to accept it. You need to accept that one day you will die. Whether now or later, we don't know. But one day you die. You need to come to terms with it coolly. Yeah. And when you understand that, you will know that, Charlie, today's energy, let me not live small. 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 Number 3, and then I go. Be zealous by believing that you can die at any time. I think I've entered that one already. Luke chapter 12, verse 18. Luke 12, 18. You can die at any time. You can die. Recently, that thought dawned on me heavily and I became afraid. You can die at any time. You see, sometimes we imagine that the people who died, they've known for 30 years. It's not like that. They had plans that in January 2023, they'll do this. So I'm starting, some of them had filled forms to start a course in 2023. They are dead. They are dead. Their obituaries in town. So I'm sure people arrive in heaven surprised. Are you saying that I've died? So God, is that how you are doing the thing? My children are young. So no. Oh no, but can't I go back? I hear people say that they died and came back. No, it's not like that. It's over. No, you don't understand. Listen, God, you gave me gifts, songs. I've not released the songs yet. If I've not yet sung in the church, you have to let me go. No, it's over. Oh yeah, it's over. Yeah. That's why the Bible says that there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. People will cry that no. You mean I didn't use my gift? No. I thought I had 30 more years. had 40 more years. I thought minimum I had another 15 years. But I was not sick. I didn't have an accident. The last I remember, I was sitting in my house. Even today, I've done my quiet time. Why have I died? You are dead. You can die at any time. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my bands and build greater. And there will I... depending on the school you went to. Then he said, I know, I'll tear down my barns. A barn is a big storeroom for grain. And build bigger ones. Then I'll have room enough to store all my wheat and other goods. Next verse. And I'll sit back and say to myself, my friend, you have stored away for years to come. Now take it easy. Eat, drink, be merry. You have prospered. You see plans? You see plans? Then I'll say that now I'll get a first degree, I'll get a master's, and then I'll get a doctorate. When I get the doctorate, I'll join the UN, and then they'll put me on level 4, and then I'll become international civil servant. My pension will be guaranteed. Then I'll say that you have prospered, you are now earning dollars and living in America. But God said to him, you fool, you fool, you fool. You will die this very night. Then who will get everything you worked for? Another version says that tonight your life will be required of your hands. Because you see, you think your life is in your hands, but there's one who can require your life from your hands at any time. Tonight, this night, go there. Thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? Thy soul shall be required of thee. Then what will you do with the energy that you have stored? Thy soul shall be required of thee. Then what will become of the degrees that you have piled? Thy soul shall be required of thee. Then what will become of the positions that you have piled, for which reason you ignored God? Thy soul shall be required of thee. And then what will happen to the gifts that you refuse to use because you are busy pursuing money? Thy soul shall be required of thee. Thou fool. You keep standing in the church calm. Last one. I think the 3 is enough. Listen. God is attracted to our zeal. I'm telling you. And I'm saying that we don't know where we are going. We don't know when we are going. I will not like to get to heaven and be classified amongst those who were not dancing unto God. I don't want to get to heaven and be classified amongst those who are not excited with God. We're not impressed with the majesty of God. Hey, can you imagine what it will mean? Like in heaven, the angels will understand you were not impressed with God. But didn't you hear that He created the mountains and the ocean? Why you didn't read those things in the Bible? So I read it. So why were you not impressed? Hey, you are very shocking. Oh, the another angel will say, Jack, who waste me time? But I'm check man, when I saw a day, my I say more than 50. We are the local department B. Or how they minimum the number no. Don't compare yourself to the next person. Nobody knows what time we have here on earth. God requires of us to be zealous. Let there be zeal. Look, hey, when I was a chorister, oh my goodness. Recently, I was telling some young people that in my day, you couldn't copy music by slotting a drive for 2 minutes. Oh, no. My day, if you want to copy 10 songs, each one is 10 minutes, 100 minutes. You have to sit down for 100 minutes. Cassette to cassette. Oh, yes. When I went to first year, there was a guy on my floor. One day I heard him playing some very funky worship music. I said, who is this? He said, the guy is called Keith Staten. I said, I'll bring a cassette to record. He said, you have to do the recording. I said, so no problem. I went and sat there with the cassette. Recording. You press play and record here, then you press play here. Bah! Then I'll be sitting there recording the songs. Yes. Then we went to CDs. I was telling my young people, I had a pack of CDs. Reverend Eddie and I we had a place where we used to get the cheap pack of 300, then we would share. Then you burn it. Then you buy a marker. I had an external disc writer. Then you buy a marker, permanent marker. When you come, Reverend, he has a sign that he does. He has an EO sign that he does on his CD. So he said, "Hey, but that is my CD." I said, "Yes, it's true." CD. That's how we used to get music to listen to. But today, you can just take your phone I have Spotify on my phone. Any song I want. When I hear a song play, I just go to an app called Shazam. Bah! Listen, sir, then to tell me who it is. Then I go to Spotify. Papa, any song I want, Spotify is on. In 2002, I had an MP3 player. It was I used to have an iPod, and the iPod gospel. The MP3 player those days was top of the line. It used to take 27 songs. Every 3 months, I would change the 27 songs, the selection. So